Right, here we go into the field. There's Hugo. Hello, Hugo. Hugo loves it down here. He especially loves the baby chickens and the baby turkeys. And the turkeys love him. They think he's another turkey, basically. Don't you, boys? Hey, you think Hugo's a ginger turkey, don't you? And there's Mr. Angry the cockerel in the background there with his flock. And we've got some young chickens, some young chicks. Thank you. Some young chicks here. Fairly nearly hatched out. We had 8, there's only 3 left, but hey ho. So over here in the corner we've got, as I said in video 1, we've got the potatoes over here and borlotti beans on the canes there, and Martok broad beans, which were fleeced because we had some strong easterly winds, which have gone now, thankfully, because the broad beans are poking away through the fleece. We've got some canes here that Megan grabbed in my absence yesterday. Megan helps me here. Oh, she doesn't help me, well, she helps here when I'm not here. Here's our bed. We've got about 3,000 Monge 2, giant Monge 2 peas and yeah, sugar snap peas. And here we've got cabbages and kohlrabi and some dwarf French beans here. This is the original plastic here that was on the tunnel before Storm Ciara angrily took it away. And we set up a guttering system here to catch rainwater. We used it all yesterday, but it's worked very well. It's been very dry. We've only had 1 shower in the last 3 weeks, I suppose. There's some more potatoes over here. And here's the tunnel. This was just 4 weeks ago. This was bare earth. Now this was established not, well, it was established way before the lockdown here, and it was just the means of myself producing food for myself and Hugo. And Hugo loves his potatoes, loves his carrots, and here we've got inside the tunnel. This was just bare earth, and it's just incredible. Here's a whole bed of carrots. We've got 7 rows of carrots there, which are doing incredibly well now in this heat and warmth inside the tunnel. It gets to about 55 degrees in here by midday. You can't come in here, you can't work in here at 55 degrees. So and a nice array of coriander, which we've just started picking for ourselves. There's some rocket there, a whole line of rocket, and a whole line here of the wild rocket. This is salad rocket, cultivated rocket. And over there in the corner, it looks bare, but there's actually 75 parsnips there. And we've got a whole array of tomato plants here. And they just developed their first flushes of trusses of flowers. So really pleased about those. We've got tubes going into the ground to water them, so we don't get any blight or any mould or mildew forming on the leaves. We'll be taking off the lower leaves quite soon, actually. Strings here, big mistake I made. Green string, bad mistake. Orange string next year, and we just winded tomatoes around them. That's great. We've got about 60. Well, we have got exactly 65 tomatoes in here. All beautiful. They're all Italian varieties. There's a lot of along the margins of the tunnel, along the margins along this side, we've got courgette plants going mad over here, absolutely mad. I mean, this tunnel used to be have a chicken house just about here, which is why the tomatoes growing here are doing exceptionally well. Had a chicken house, and the hoops were originally here, just covered in bird netting. So this whole area for 28-30 years has had chickens pooping on it. So everything is incredibly prolific. As I said, I basically covered this tunnel back in, well, December, and this was primarily to feed myself and Hugo, and then a few local businesses got wind of what I was doing, and they all queued up and they all wanted salads and tomatoes, and off you go, boys, off you go. Our hand wash facilities here. So yes, so I just expanded the operation, and there isn't an inch of space in here. We had they're very slow to germinate. Had aubergines germinate the other day. I thought they were long gone. We'd planted out 3 in here. In an area over here, we've got all this area here is cucumbers, and we've got long red peppers, long green peppers, long yellow peppers, purple bell peppers, and yellow bell peppers. And yeah, that's taken only 3 aubergine germinated. So I sowed some more seed, and we've got about another 15 or so aubergines to go out. So we've got to find space. They'll probably be going along here. These are trays of cabbage to go out, and sprouts over here to go out, Romanesque broccoli to go out. And you go out, boys. Come on, out you go. Out you go, boys. Thank you, thank you. They're very endearing, but they're very heavy. They like to trample on things, so we'll close the door behind us. Yeah, so we've got a run of basil there, and here we've got there's a run there of lemon basil here, and here we've got cinnamon basil. We've got damned bracken is peeping up. We actually dug this. We had to. I want to have a no-dig approach, but we had to dig it because there's so many bracken rhizomes in here. I used to keep pigs, and they're really good at getting rid of bracken because they eat all of the rhizomes, the roots, but not inside the tunnel. But and we've got a spinach bed going here. Again, all of these are cucumbers, and there's trays. We've got 60 collie plants to go out here. We've got another 30 string beans to go out. More cucumbers here, and trying to sow some star anise, which doesn't seem to be doing anything, but it may be slow to germinate. We've got chili plants all the way along as you come in the tunnel. Chili plants. So I thought it'd be quite nice to have a long run of chili plants just will greet us in the morning. And yeah, again, there's another. We're running out of room here. There's trays and trays of kale here, leeks here. We've got swede. There's a whole tray of swede. Goodness knows how many swede we're going to prick out of that. We certainly won't be pricking all of them out. Again, there's another tray of kale and cauliflowers in there. We've got some glory of Enkhuizen, cabbages to go out there. Some sprouts over here. And the love of my life, I treated myself to a beautiful peregrine peach tree, which has just started sprouting leaves, so really happy about that. So I'm going to espalier train that along the sides of the gable end of the tunnel here. Here's a chaotic corner. This is the corner of creation coffee, cake, and salted almond nibbling, and yeah, and our tool chaos under the table here. Yeah, we use a lot of tools here for various reasons of creating doors and shelves and chicken runs and etc. And yesterday we had a delivery of 200 kilos of sawdust for smoking, because I catch a lot of grey mullet here and salmon, and I gravlax it with salt, sugar, our own basil, and some whiskey, and there's some onions here. Whole row of onions, 300 odd red onions. So yeah, we gravlax our own mullet, and I cold smoke it. I had a delivery of sawdust yesterday. Some of it was made from whiskey barrels, 10-year-old whiskey barrels from Loch Lomond. So really excited about that. I've already smoked one lot of fish with it. Incredible, absolutely incredible. When you open the bag, it smells like a, well, it is a 10-year-old malt. Malt smells amazing. And here, yeah, these are incredibly prolific butter beans. It grows 5 centimetres a day, butter beans. So thanks boys, thank you for the comment. So yeah, so this is the tunnel. As I say, we've run out of space here now, so we cleared an area over here yesterday. Well, say Megan did in my absence, and we planted some thyme plants and some sage there. So this area where these blue trays, this has got to be clear because some aubergines have got to go in there, and yeah, and that's just done then. And again, we've got a cane support system here, a grid system for all of these melons. These are a melon called ananas, which is like a rugby ball shaped melon. And we also, at the opposite gable end there, we've got another grid system here, and we've got half of that. There's 8 cantaloupe and 8 zata melons, and there's more string beans here, which have just started climbing around the stakes, I've noticed, so quite excited about that. So yeah, that's a whistle stop tour of the tunnel. I better stop now, otherwise I'll rabbit on forever and it won't post on YouTube. So I'll give you an update. Every day I come in here I notice it growing, and Megan comes here a couple of days a week and she texts me and says, I can't believe how much it's grown in 2 or 3 days. So yeah, incredibly prolific. And although we've got no visitors here in the Isles of Scilly, and won't have, it looks like for at least a year, there'll be a lot of wonderful food for the locals to enjoy. Lots of tomatoes for me to sun dry, one variety we've got, and another one is for making passata and tomato sauces, and the rest is for eating or selling basically. So and lots of string beans to salt and jar, etc. The rocket, I had a wonderful salad yesterday with the rocket and coriander and lettuce. This is tunnel 2. We've got tunnel 1, which is up by my house. I'll give you a tour of that another day. Tunnel 1 is just full of salads. It's full of endives, chicories, lots of different varieties of lettuce. It's got about 150 garlic in there as well, and some elephant garlic and herbs. So that's all salad. And this is mainly vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, some carrots and some cabbages over there. We've got a whole run of cabbages along there which have gone ballistic. Same with the courgettes along the side here. So anyway, I'll stop prattling on, and yeah, this is tunnel 2, and it's a joy to come down here until it's about midday when it's 55 degrees, and then it's a joy to close the door behind me and go home.